So we're here and we're talking about joy, and one of the things, or one of the fathers you draw on is St. Augustine. And I'm just curious, why do you think it's so important to retrieve St. Augustine's notion of joy? And what is that notion?
Yeah, so I just think Augustine, even though he's, an African writing from the 5th century, he speaks in such a perennial contemporary way to our current cultural moment. I think part of that is because for Augustine, you are what you love. It's sort of about your hungers, your cravings, your longings. That's what really defines us. And so at the opening of his Confessions, he says, he's praying to God, and he says, "You have made us for yourself, and our hearts are restless until they rest in you." And I think this is a very powerful picture and metaphor for our current cultural moment, that Augustine says what the human heart craves when it's craving God is what he calls rest. It's a peace. I think it's overwhelmingly a sense that I don't have to perform for God. I don't have to prove something for God. When I learn to rest in God, that's actually the experience of grace. Because now I realize I'm welcomed by a God who loves me, forgives me, enfolds me. And I just think that picture of joy as this kind of rest explains maybe what we don't have today. And what we're kind of looking for, though, is in that case, the opposite of joy, the opposite of rest, is this kind of frantic, frenetic, anxious pursuit to be seen, to be loved, to be liked, to be valued. And I think that explains a lot of the malaise and sadness and even loneliness that young people experience, maybe particularly. So I hope that Augustine's vision of what God is inviting us into isn't just being saved, but that actually it's to rest in him. And you don't have to prove anything, and you don't have to show off, and you don't have to display. And I wonder if that's just a powerful picture for thinking about why joy is what we're longing for.